everybody. Welcome back to Ron's Personal Fitness. Today we're going to talk in our nutrition talk about micronutrients. Last week we talked about macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats, or the big chunks of things in our food that get broken down for energy or repair and that type of thing. So micronutrients are things like vitamins and minerals and certain metals, copper and zinc and so on, are types of metals in our food. And the human body, the machine that is the human body, requires all of these little ingredients for its function. So if we don't have certain vitamins, our body may break down other tissue to pirate or, rob Peter to pay Paul, so to speak, to get those little micronutrients that we might need. Now, all I'm going to say about this issue, is going to be a very short video, is that micronutrients are absolutely necessary, but they're much, much harder to track. We know that certain foods like bananas contain potassium. Potatoes, white potatoes in particular, have potassium. Sweet potatoes and yellow colored vegetables have beta carotene, which is one of our B vitamins. We need, copper from meat. We need, and some of the organ meats, if you like liver, if you like those types of things, you're getting some of those things like copper, which are relatively hard to find in our diet. Now, one way that we can make sure that we're consuming enough is by taking a multivitamin. Now, it doesn't have to be the most expensive multivitamin out there. You just want one where you're getting good digestibility. So whatever you're taking, if it's bothering you, if it's coming back on you throughout the day, if it's a big, heavy pressed, calcium-based type of tablet, so for some people, those are pretty hard to digest, and you're not going to be getting what you need out of those. So you want to find something that your body will digest readily and that you're not getting it returning on you all day long. By doing so, it is as if you've taken out an insurance policy on your health and well-being. As hard as we try, by making a diet that is well balanced, we're eating vegetables, we're eating fruits, we're consuming whole grain carbohydrates and good clean sources of protein from chicken breast or egg whites, or even egg yolks. I'm nothing against whole eggs, but if you want to consume a lot, usually we refer to egg whites. Trimmed meats that are not overly marbled, where we can't get the fat out. If there's any visible fat on the edges, you want to trim all that. Those are good, clean sources of protein. So those are easy to get into our diet. And if we stay well balanced like that, then we're going to get those minerals and those vitamins that we need in our diet. However, it is almost impossible, if we look at the requirements for every single vitamin, A, B, C, D, the whole alphabet of vitamins. So by taking a multivitamin, it just acts as an insurance policy. We are ensuring ourselves that we're getting enough of those things. Now, one thing you want to be careful of is vitamins A, E, D, and K. A, E, D, and K are fat-soluble vitamins, which means that they are stored in our fat stores. Those can build up over time. So vitamin A actually can become toxic to the liver. It can cause birth defects. If you've ever taken the medicine Accutane for acne, Accutane is really just a very, very high dose of vitamin A. And you know that you have to have liver enzymes checked, and you can't get pregnant because it could cause birth defects. And it's really just a high dose of vitamin A. So just like the sun provides A, E, and D, so the sunshine vitamins, right? Well, you can get too much of a good thing there too. You can get sun poisoning. So, we want to be careful that we're getting an adequate amount without going over with the fat soluble vitamins. Vitamin K, by the way, is kind of hard to get all by itself. It used to be readily available. You could go buy vitamin K. You might still be able to get it, but it's not quite as readily available because it leads to blood clotting. It's good for blood clotting. It's something we want to, keep ourselves from bleeding internally and, all of these other problems. But too much of a good thing there could cause blockages, could cause clots and damming of your blood supply to vital organs. So you have to be careful of too much vitamin K. Vitamin C is good for bruising. Vitamin C is water soluble. What you don't use, your body passes away. All of those B vitamins. You'll notice that a lot of the vitamins for your eyes, the ocular vitamins, are B vitamins because we really, really need those. We need, zinc for immunity and nerve transmission. So there's our mineral packages. Another important thing is our sodium-potassium balance. And sodium and potassium are balanced by magnesium. So if our diet is lacking in magnesium, the sodium-potassium balance can get out of whack and can cause things like muscle cramping. Well, in your calf, that's one thing. In your heart, that's something else. And your muscle is it's cardiac tissue, but it's still muscle. So it can be affected by electrolytes. You've heard of electrolytes. So your electrolytes are your sodium, potassium, calcium, and then magnesium is your balancer there. So magnesium is also good for getting a good night's sleep, digestion, as a mild laxative. So if you take too much magnesium, now you've got a laxative effect that could be causing you to become dehydrated. So you see how everything has to be in balance. So if we try to balance our diet, we try to balance our supplementation of vitamins, minerals, it doesn't have to get too fancy, okay? If you see a vitamin on the shelf and it's, more than a couple of dollars, it's probably pretty good. They're not sponsored, we're not advertising, but, one-a-days are fine. Any of the sundown brands that you find on the shelf at your grocery store or a Walgreens or something like that, they're absolutely great vitamins, okay? You want to look for the USB-P symbol on there, which is a double check, if you will, from a laboratory that just make sure that you're getting what the label says you're getting. And as long as it has that, you can be pretty sure that's what you're getting, okay? I don't always put all of my stock in labels, okay? But if you see that symbol, you can be pretty rest assured that that's what you're getting, okay? So try to balance your diet as best as you can. Don't eliminate any one food group from your diet. Don't say, oh, I'm going carb-free, because there are things in carbs that we absolutely need. And if you're not supplementing them, you'll become deficient in them. So you're also, if you cut out meat altogether, you're going to find that you're lacking in things like the copper that we talked about earlier, especially zinc. Zinc is found in meat as well. So just do your best is all we can expect of ourselves, right? We're just going to do our best. We're going to try to consume as many green leafy vegetables, cruciferous vegetables like, cabbage and broccoli and all of those types of vegetables. Carrots, people go, oh, carrots are high in sugar. No, carrots are high in beta carotene as well. So again, they're beneficial to us. And if you're taking in too many B vitamins, don't worry, your body will get rid of them. If you're taking in too many fat-soluble vitamins, it will take a while, but you'll know because you'll start to get sick from having too many of those. Okay? So just do your best. Supplement your diet. It's a good insurance policy. And that's all I really have to say about micronutrients. Next time, we're going to talk about meal patterning and when to take your protein and try to dispel some of these myths about don't eat after a certain time, or stuff like that. We'll get into that next time here. So I'm Ron from Ron's Personal Fitness, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.